Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Mahdi Amran and my metric number is 301219. Today I will talk about the concept of halal and haram in terms of investment. In Islamic finance and in economic, the concept of halal and haram plays an important role in driving economic activities including investment. Islamic finance is guided by Sharia, Islamic law, which outline principles and guidelines to ensure ethical and fair economic practice. And for investment, investment is the act of allocating resources, such as assets or money, by generating income or profit in the future. For Muslims who are thinking about halal investment strategy, the main emphasis should be an involvement in finding halal sustenance. Sharia law has established principles and guidelines that must be followed by Islamic investors when they want to invest in halal product.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norin binti Sinar. My metric number is 293509. So I will explain about the Islamic concept of investment. What is the meaning of investment? Investment is an economic behavior where investor will invest a certain amount of funds or physical currency in certain areas over a period of time in generate income or capital appreciation in the expected time in the future. So investing is a way to ensure asset build wealth over time. The basis of building wealth is not just saving money, but it allows us to increase our wealth while the return are generated to outpace inflation. So we can also benefit from the power of compounding interest to help us achieve our goals such as buying home, building a pension, and even accumulating an emergency fund. As we know, Islam attaches great importance of the concept of halal and haram in the daily life of Muslims. So investment is also not exceptions in this concept of halal and haram. Wherever Muslim wants to invest must make an investment that follows the Islamic Sharia. It is in the line with the word of Allah SWT in Surah Al-Baqarah verse 275, which is wa ahadallahu al-bay'a wa haram riba, which means but Allah has permitted trading and forbidden interest. So based on the verse, we know that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has stated the prohibition for Muslims to do charity with usury. And Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala also promised painful retribution and punishment for those who violate it. The same is true for investment in Forex, which are illegal because those investments are not developed according to the concept of Sharia compliance. Because it involving the gambling, usury, and gharar. So every individual Muslim must invest their money in Sharia compliant investments such as in gold investment. Islam also has established several pillars in making investment. Firstly is zikah, secondly is offering or ijab, third is qabul, the fourth one is having a contracting party which is the investor and the entrepreneur, and the last one is the capital given by the investor to the entrepreneur. In conclusion, as a Muslim, we must follow every order that has been outlined in Islamic Sharia, such as staying away from that content the element of usury. Therefore, if we want to invest, we should find out about the type of investment we want to make, whether it is by Islamic Sharia or not.
Okay, so next I will explain about the application investment in real world scenario. I will explain 4 points. So my first point is about nature of transaction of forex trading. So forex, or also known as foreign exchange trading, is foreign currency exchange trading by buying a currency at a low price and selling it again after price increase in order to make a profit. Simply, it is one form of transaction that involves the exchange of one currency with another. Modern currency is something that has value and is used for the purpose of buying and selling nowadays. The law is the same as gold and silver that use as a medium for buying and selling in ancient time. This is because currency shares the same properties as gold and silver, that is, they all have value. The 98 Fatwa Committee of the National Council of Malaysian Islamic Religious Affairs, which convened on 13 until 15 February 2012, discussed the issue of individual spot forex trading through an electronic platform. The result of the discussion, this forex trading law is illegal because it contradicts the requirement of the Sharia and is also not valid from the legal point of view. So the next point is about riba concern. Forex trading often involves the payment of interest, or we call it swap or rollover rates, when a position is held overnight. This can raise a concern related to riba, as Islam prohibited usury. The result of Muzakara of the Fatwa Committee of the National Council for Affairs, the 98 Islamic Religious of Malaysia, held on February 13 until 15, 2012, discussed the law of currency exchange trading foreign by individual spot forex or individuals through the platform electronics. Muzakara has made the following discussion also affirm that foreign currency exchange, or we call it forex trading operation, must be free from any element of usury. The element of al-salaf wa al-bay, meanings giving a loan of the condition that a sale transaction is done by. Elements of gambling, excessive horror, and cruelty or exploitation. So the third point is about speculation versus tangible asset. Forex trading is inherently speculative, as it relies on predicting currency price movement. This speculative nature raises concern about uncertainty, or we call it goror, and gambling, or we call it maisir. There is an element of goror in the sales, because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has prohibited buying and selling that has this element, as in the hadith narrated by Abu Hurairah radhiyallahu an. He said, "Naha Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam an bay'il hasad wa an bay'il gharar." Means the messenger of God sallallahu alaihi wasallam forbade buying and selling by throwing pebbles, and selling has an element of gharar. So the last point about ownership and position. Trader sells currencies that are not yet theirs. Forex trading happens with two main things known as open position. Example, traders buy Europe currency and sells for USD dollar. And close position example, traders sells Europe and buying USD dollar. During the open position, the trader sells the USD dollar currency he owns and buys the euro, but there is no delivery. We call it in Sharia is at-taqabud, as long as he does not move to the close position. When moving to close position, the trader resells the purchased Europe even though delivery has not yet taken place, and buys USD dollar again. It was narrated from Hakim bin Hizam radiallahu an that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "La tabi'a ma laysa indaka," meaning do not sell what is not yours. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, next we continue about application investment in real world scenario, which is gold investment. My first point is nature of transaction. Gold investment, on the other hand, typically involve the purchase and ownership of physical gold. Investor may buy gold bars or coins as a means of preserving wealth. Next, about riba concerns. Gold investment, physical goods investment usually does not involve interest payment. The ownership of gold itself is considered a form of wealth preservation without the need for interest-based transaction. About speculation versus tangible asset, gold investment is a tangible asset with intrinsic value. Investing in physical gold is generally viewed more favorably in Islamic finance, as it represents a real and tangible store of value. Last but not least, ownership and possession. Gold investment often involve the physical possession of gold, giving the investor direct ownership of a tangible assets.
My name is Nurshani Mitrosli, number matric 291972, and I will continue the presentation with the compatibility with contemporary challenge. Okay, as we know, one of the difficulties with forex investing in Malaysia nowadays is bureaucracy. One of the main determinants of foreign investment in Bursa Saham Kuala Lumpur, BSCAL, is bureaucratic consideration. When the nation bureaucracy is relaxed, overseas investors may be drawn to make investment in a wealthy and established nation. Effective administrative and management system, for instance, are example of bureaucratic process in administrative affairs that impediment investors. The system will be delayed the approval of application, causing difficulty for foreign investors and leading them to invest in alternative companies. So this is also make international investors want to avoid investing in an established connection with our nation. So they will have a significant indirect effect on the PSKL, since they won't have any investor and their economy will collapse, which will also have an effect on the nation. Okay, so for the solution to this challenge, the government must make sure that everything about our administrative activity always goes off without a hitch that could be detrimental to the nation. Meanwhile, in order for the country's economy to expand quickly and for BSKL shares to rise in value, in tandem with the number of investors, the authorities for those in charge must also devise a sound plan that it is in line with industrialization nation. So next we go to about the challenge in gold. So the problem with investing in gold these days is that it's not a short-term solution and does not yield dividends as other investment do. According to statistics, gold is widely thought to have the ability to increase in value annually. As we must release, gold is a best alternative as a saving tool rather than an investment, except from investment made over a minimum of 2 to 5 years. For someone who solely relies on this gold investment, this is unwise investment. This is due to the fact that the price of gold does not rise significantly year over year, resulting in loss or a lack of satisfaction from gold saving. This demonstrates that the investment was a loss, that in contrast to other investment, gold does not yield dividend. As a result, only individuals who wish to invest for a extended length of time in order to receive a sizable and adequate return on their investment are suited for this gold investment. To complete this challenge, our solution is a person must take the initiative and open an investing account other than one for gold, in order to make sure they have an emergency fund that will need to be spent right away. A person should be concerned with a short-term investment that can provide for immediate emergency demand and yield several large and profitable returns through their investment. So they are able to create a steady financial future for themselves by having both short-term and long-term investment. So that's all for me, and I will pass for the next presentation.
In conclusion, the principle of halal and haram in economic activities, especially in the area of investment, offer a unique lens through which financial decisions are made within the framework of Islamic finance. Some investment methods found in the economy can be halal and also can be haram. So it is important to keep studying the investment method so that we can generate the good result for our future. That's all from us. Thank you so much.